You use harnesses, okay? Dogs can be walked on harnesses, but you don't believe in stuff aversives like, e-collars, prong collars, head halties, things like that. Um, it's not a belief system, right? It's tools that are aversive, so it teaches escape avoidance to a pressure, a discomfort, that the dog wants to get away from, right? So that way we can communicate what the dog shouldn't be doing, right? It's not a belief system. It's just understanding how dogs learn. Um, I don't like abusing dogs, and I think we both agree on that, but I don't know if you completely understand why they're being used by people. I have nothing against Purina Pro Plan. It's good food. They do good. They're one of the few companies out there that actually has a third party come in to do testing rather than do in-house testing, right? So that's good. Structured walks. They don't have to be fully structured or structured at all, right? It's going to be dependent on you and what you can handle and what you're okay with, right? There's nothing wrong with letting your dog, walk around and do what it wants and sniff wherever it wants and stuff like that, right? So walks don't have to be fully structured. You kennel your dog. So that way your dog is safe when you're not around to watch your dog. Great. That's awesome. I think everybody should. Honestly, everybody should have something in place to make sure that their dog is managed and being safe when they're not there to make sure they're safe, right? And then this last one, your dog is reactive to other dogs. You don't correct any of the reactivity, but instead you give rewards because you think you're communicating with your dog that seeing other dogs means yummy rewards, right? Um, Not necessarily, right? So, first off, let's go all the way back. You're against these aversive tools in correcting dogs. Great. You allow your dog to control the walk, right? However, your dog is also reactive, controlling the walk, doing whatever it wants, no structure to the walk, yet your dog is reactive. I just want you to think about that a little bit, right? Now, when we are rewarding a dog while it's having reactive outbursts or being reactive, right? You are now gambling associations. Did the dog interpret this reward as, oh, another dog, that's a good thing, or my reactions is what's giving me a reward, so I'm going to increase that behavior? Then on top of that, when you created that space, I got away from the thing, I got distance from the thing that I wanted distance from, so now I reinforce it even more, right? So no, if you have a reactive dog, it's not okay to do nothing, period, right? It's not okay, right? And you going and telling other people that it's completely fine if you do this with your dog, right? That's very bad and that's very dangerous. Uh, no, just no on that. I was fine with everything until I got to that last one where you said your dog is reactive, and then that just you shot yourself in the foot there, man, because all the other things you're doing is not helping the reactivity. Your dog could be less stressed, living a very fulfilled, enjoyable life if you actually decided to work through these things rather than just manage, right? If you want to look at long-term animal welfare, I'm against e-collars and prong collars and aversives and stuff. If you really want to look at the dog's welfare, I think the dog's mental anguish on a day-to-day basis from the stress it gets because it's reactive, right, is a lot more detrimental than a couple aversive corrections. Food for thought.